been a while. Sorry that I waited an entire minute to start it because I forgot that I'd already started the video. All right, this is Office Hours, the first one of 2026, and I'm excited about this new year. There's a lot of exciting things going on. So let's get right into it. Where are we at? Yeah, right here. There we go. So this is just your opportunity to ask me questions. You can join a Zoom call. There's a link here on the Office Hours page of my website. And also I give priority to people who are in the Zoom call, but then I fall back to folks who chat in the Office Hours Discord. I'm looking for that right now. There we go. So there's a Discord channel here in Office Hours, in the Epic Web Discord. And I'm pretty sure I have answered actually everything that's in here. I feel like, yeah. So I answered those questions. So I don't think I have any questions. Yeah, I answered this person's question on the Call Kent podcast. So this might be a really quick Office Hours. And maybe if we don't get any questions, then I will show you what I've been working on, which has been pretty awesome. So let's just see really quick. Let me go to the multi-stream chat over here. So you can feel free to join the Discord, or you can actually just chat. And I will answer whatever questions you have about the building software and everything. Anchor is wondering what happened with Tailwind. I don't know what did happen with Tailwind. I've got like a couple ways I can interpret that question, but the way I'm guessing that you're what you're asking about. Sorry, I just noticed this could be a little darker. Is Adam posted yesterday that Tailwind UI, the business, is not going well. I actually replied. Replies. Right. It was just last night. Right here. So this is like really sad. But AI is definitely affecting our businesses, and some businesses are not structured to adapt to those changes as well. My business is also affected by this in a semi-similar way. He references Laracast, also had to do some layoffs recently because they're affected in a similar way. And basically, some of it is human behavior. For example, for Laracast and my business, people don't think that they need to understand how things work under the hood, and so they're not getting courses as much as they used to. I believe that they will figure out in the future that they actually do need to understand what's going on, and they'll come back. But I could be wrong. And in any case, that affects what's going on right now. There it is. And so. Just people are, business is not going well for a lot of businesses. I'm doing fine. I'm trying to figure out how I can adapt everything that I'm doing, but yeah, it's definitely concerning. For Adam, Tailwind UI is a collection of Tailwind components for sale, and a lot of people are saying, "Oh, I don't need that anymore. I can just have the AI generate whatever I want." And so that is very severely affecting his business. And so he just calculated how much time they have left with the engineers that they have hired, and it's not a lot. So just really raw, real experience. Man, it's crazy. I'm curious what Dax has to say. He always has some interesting takes, and I didn't see this. Yeah, have to build a product that compounds. Yeah, I've actually been thinking a lot about that as well. How do I build I gave them $149 one time 5 years ago, have access to everything they made. Yeah, so that like lifetime, you don't want to sell your future. That's for sure. I don't. It's easy take to make. Just do subscriptions. Yeah, I don't. So if you do subscriptions, then you are selling your future. So I don't really necessarily agree with that. I don't think that's necessarily what Dax was suggesting here either. And I guess like what I do is kind of what Dax was saying, because I work in the basement for a little bit, come out, boom, here's a course. Everybody buys the course, and then I do it again. The difference is that like if you go to a subscription model, you still have to do that. Like people aren't going to continue to remain subscribed if the product isn't evolving and continuing to progress and stuff. So not sure I totally agree with that, if that's what he means. Like you can do well by like the big problem I have. I don't know Tailwind UI's business very well. The big problem I have is with this assertion. Vic nails it on the head. Give them $149 one time over 5 years ago, still have access to everything that they've made. People who bought my stuff 5 years ago still have access to it, Epic React version 1, and it's still as useful to people who need React knowledge for that era as it ever was. But that era has changed and things have evolved and changed and everything. And so I put some additional effort into making V2. And now people who need the modern React stuff can buy that. I got a lot of flack, and I honestly, I still do. Just the other day, somebody was giving me flack for requiring paid updates. But listen, I would go and do something else if I couldn't do paid updates, because I can't. That it's not a sustainable business model to say, pay this once and you have access to my future. I will never do that. I take that back. I did do that with Epic AI and the MCP course. I said that I'm going to give a free update this year, which I don't regret doing that. I think it was the right call, but now I feel like under the gun to make sure that I deliver on that. And when I do, there will be all the people who've already bought that will just get a free update. But it felt necessary because just things change a lot. So anyway, Prime Linux reposted the string. Is that the Primogen? As in like Prime? Because that would be cool. Meadow reposted this stream. Cool. Is this? Oh no, this is just. This is interesting. I didn't know that I would get messages when things were reposted. Is that what this is? No, that's Nerd Coder. So I don't know. That's interesting. Anyway, so that is kind of my thoughts around that. I'm definitely thinking about how to make sure that my business can pivot and everything. And yeah, cool. That's the only question. So while I wait for other questions to roll in, let me show you what I've been working on that has gotten me so excited about modern software development. And that is Media RSS, which is a RSS feed that you generate based off of files you have on disk. You can create feeds, either curated feeds or directory feeds. This is running on my Synology NAS, and so I just choose a directory. It's got a whole bunch of MP3 files in it. I can decide how it's sorted and everything, and then it turns it into an RSS feed based off the metadata inside of those MP3 files. It also works for videos and all like a bunch of different formats. But yeah, so you can have those directory and you have curated. So I've got my kids all have their own curated feeds. And so I can say which ones or which media items they have access to, which is pretty cool. And yeah, it's neat. I also use this for my scriptures. I use this for general conference talks. Yeah, there's like, it's way cool. So I've actually had this project for a really long time, and use it for all my audiobooks and everything. I just like having my podcasts and my audiobooks all in one app. And so I can queue up here, okay, here's the scriptures that I'm going to listen to. And then when those are done, go into this audiobook or go into this podcast episode and then go into this audiobook. It's like all in one thing, and it's really cool. So I also just yesterday and this morning added MCP support for this. And in fact, I've got, so this one was fixed. And I'm working on a ChatGPT app for this with UI. So that's what this PR is all about. And I have just been loving this. It's been super fun using Cursor like to the max to do some just a lot. In fact, I would say that Cursor and Opus 4.5 specifically has written 95% of this code, maybe 99% of this code. And I've pretty much just been in agent mode for most of it, telling Cursor like what to change, how to do things. And one of the things that has made me so productive is me being able to say, here's a reference implementation. I've done, I built an MCP server in the past, or I built this app in the past. There's a Remix version 1 version of this app called Podcastify right here. Podcastify Remix that I created back 4 years ago. And then there's Podcastify which is like an Express thing that I created 6 years ago. This is the original, the OG, and I don't think it had a UI at all. Yeah, it didn't even have a UI. It was just an Express server. Everything was configured by files on the file system. Used basic auth, and those were configured by files in the file system. And then this one, a basic Remix version 1, also using basic auth, and pretty fascinating. And then now we've got media RSS, and here we go. And this is using Remix 3, which is interesting because it doesn't even have like a client-side router and stuff. And there's a bug with the client-side router that I created with Cursor. And so every link click is a full page refresh, but it's fine. And it's also a SPA. There's no SSR with Remix 3 yet. And so, it's a single page app, like all the things, but my goodness, it works, and it works great. And I'm really, really happy with it. So far, super good. It has, I vibe coded OAuth, the OAuth implementation, all of this. I have not even really looked, I reviewed it, but like not opened up these files beyond just a quick scan through and review, and also sending AI to go and review it and stuff. It's remarkable the way that we can develop software now, and it totally works. I'm actually here. Why don't you join me really quick as we pull this down, and we'll just try this. So let's PR check out. This is 21, I think. Yeah, 21. And we'll run bun run dev with the test data. And then we're also going to run MCP jam the inspector, which I have running right here, but it's not actively running. So what? Did I do npx? No, we want bunx. Yeah, that's the other thing, man. I am loving Bun. Holy smokes, it is so great. Here's the other cool thing about this app. All of the JavaScript for all of this stuff, this is all written in TypeScript, not built. There is no build. It is bundled on demand. It is so cool. So here's my script right there, is a .tsx. I do not build it. I bundle it on demand. It is so rad. I have no idea what the heck all this stuff is. Whatever. Oh, I know what it is. That's match sorter that brings that in for diacritics, I think. Is that really coming from match sorter? I don't know. But anyway, my goodness, this has just been such a blast. It's so cool. Okay, let's see if this will work. Connect, authorize. Oh, also, I'm using Cloudflare tunnels to secure everything under admin. And so I don't even have to do auth, which is pretty rad. And it just occurs to me, I think that's broken. Uh-oh, I better go secure that like right now. And I'm not sure if you're gonna see that. I forgot. I remember seeing like, oh, that it doesn't seem to be working. And then I forgot to look at it. So let's go fix that really quick. This is very kind of urgent. Access controls, applications, configure. Yep, there it is. I changed something. I changed the DNS. It was related to DNS. Okay, media. See, it used to be media.dots family. I got rid of that. And now it's media. There we go. Okay, good. So now people can't get into it. So yeah, I'm using Cloudflare Access, and there's only one email that it is authorized, and it's mine. And so yeah, there we go. That's better. I wonder if I'll have to log in. No, I'm already logged in. So that's good. Oh man. Anyway, so yeah, admin is all locked off there, and so you notice that when I went to authorize it, like I just hit authorize, and I didn't have to log in or anything because I'm already logged in there. Anyway, so let's go to tools, and we've got our list feeds. Execute that, and boom, we've got our feeds. But I want, there's got to be, where's my app builder? Try the app builder. Yeah, yep, that's what I want. Okay, no tool found. Refresh. Did I got this checked out, right? Yeah. So, yeah, there's something not quite right with our apps configuration or something. Resource templates. Yeah, so there's our widget thing. Now I got to remind myself how all this stuff works. Widgets. Whoops. This. Search for that. Generate widget HTML. Okay, good. And then yeah, now I'm not sure why it's not coming. I've never actually used the app builder thing. So here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna YOLO merge this because I kind of feel like I can fix this stuff. I don't have users right now or anything, so I can fix things. It looks like CodeRabbit thinks that there's some issues though. What is this critical issue? Oh yeah, that's admin endpoints have 0 authentication but are exposed via widget. Yeah, so yep, that's a good point. Cursor needs to fix that. Cursor. You need to make it so that the widget doesn't use anything from /admin because that is protected by the Cloudflare tunnel. So the way that we manage access is through feed tokens, and you need to make sure that you're only using the token URLs in anything that you send to ChatGPT. Please also review the comments above, and for any that are relevant, go ahead and fix them, ignore the rest. And I'm gonna wait until it finishes the bug bot review. Oh, it just did, great. Yep. Yeah, we want to fix that. All of our data is safe, or should be considered safe, so don't worry. So, well, actually, you know what? yeah, go ahead and fix that. It's not a big deal. Here's your HTML. Oh, yeah. And yeah, we're going to need to have an import map similar to our layout HTML component. Maybe there's an opportunity for reuse there. Okay, so we'll send it off to go do its thing. And I'll have to inspect a little bit more to figure out why these tools are not only tools that render MCP apps and ChatGPT apps. Okay, so let's look. Yeah, we're missing a tool. So where's the widget defined? Okay. Huh. Yeah, okay, that's all probably fine, I guess. All right. Tools. So right here is where we need to have some tools. Okay. Also, let's see. Lots of the time I will run it in my own editor rather than the background agent. But the nice thing about the background agent is I can be out and about and helping take care of the kids and stuff, and just like sending it little comments and like prompting it and stuff, and it will just run in the background. Then I can pull up my phone later again and give it comments and stuff. So typically when I'm at the computer, I'm not doing this, but since it's already there, we'll just continue leaving it there. Yeah, widgets. Please note that in widgets, we are registering tools for retrieving metadata about the widget. Please make sure that we're doing that in this implementation as well. Pretty sure that's what we're doing. Register tool, yeah. Right now we do not register tools for the widgets unless I missed that somewhere. And that needs to happen. Should have spoke all that. All right, good stuff. Okay, here's another thing. Since nobody's chatting or whatever. Oh, here we go. Amir, how's it going? Wonder if you have or plan to create content courses on AI coding, like tips, tricks with agentic coding, tools, optimized workflows, etc. I realize the landscape is rapidly evolving. It's probably hard to make long-term content. Interests from employers to level up, nevertheless. Yeah, if I were to do something like that, I'd probably do similar to what John Lindquist is doing, which he's just like constantly improving and fine-tuning his own process. And then he, every 2 weeks, will hold a workshop that anybody can sign up for, and he'll just teach the state of the art for the way that he works. And that has seemed to be pretty successful. I might end up going that route potentially, because while AI does reduce the amount of like things that you really need to know to be able to build something effectively, I do think that long-term maintenance of things, you need to understand what's going under the hood. But even that can be greatly improved by really understanding the tools that you're using, or like the AI tools, and making the most out of that experience. So I don't know. I might do something like that in the future. Yeah, probably not long-term content. Be like just do workshops as we go. So anyway, yeah, good question. We'll see if that ever ends up happening. Okay, great. So I wanted to mention since we're still waiting for more, here, I'll add a check mark on this. I did that. Since we're still waiting for folks to ask questions and whatnot, I did repost this. Here it is. I'm going to be on the MCP forecast for 2026, answering questions and chatting with Amanda and others that are great. And so, yeah, take a look at joining us for that in just about an hour. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So it's going to stream on YouTube. Okay, great. Let's just see where we're at with this. Yeah, that check-in failed. Oh, here's the other thing that I absolutely love about Bun. Look at how fast this ran. Oh, well, I'm using Biome. So Biome is really fast. But my type check, yeah, I should use TSGo. Why not? I should have just started with TSGo. We could probably move to TSGo. Here, let's do that. Let's just see if we can. Media RSS. Come on, media. Yep, there we go. Migrate us from or to TSGo. TSGo. Yep. Make sure the validate script passes when you're finished. There we go. We'll see if we can. Yeah, just running around with reckless abandon. But yeah, the build was a whole Docker build. So there's not actually a build because it's just packaging things up in a Docker image. There is no build. And it's so great. It is so awesome. Even though we have client-side stuff, we don't need a build because we bundle it on demand and then it caches and it's awesome. Okay, cool. I'm also kind of curious how this guy is going. So how far did you get before I interrupted? Okay, looks like it edited and then I interrupted. Hopefully it got finished and I didn't distract it too much. Yep, okay, cool. That is moving right along. And yeah, still no chats. Oh man, good thing 1Password wasn't unlocked. Oh, yep, there's that token. Rats, gonna need to delete that and make a new one. Yeah, that's always the danger here, isn't it? Okay, get rid of that guy, get rid of that guy. Okay, let me delete this and make a new one. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. This is the 2 times I've done something silly on this stream. Okay, this is that, and then generate token, then copy it. And then I need to come over here to settings. We'll bring this over here. We'll come to our actions, edit the release token to be that, update the secret, and verify that. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to close this. We're going to delete that old token. And now people can't do bad things, hopefully. All right, and we're going to close 1Password so we don't run into problems there. Okay, very good. archive that. Okay, cool. So coming back over here, how we doing? How we doing? All right, it's running linting and stuff. That's a good sign. And that's done. Okay, very good. While it pushes, let's just close that guy. It does not. It doesn't do that. I don't think it does that. I don't see a second colon. There's only one colon, and that is in the protocol. So I'm a little confused by that, but okay. Great. So then it's running the build. Build passes. Okay, good. And we'll say bug bot review while we pull it down ourselves. Git pull. And we'll run this again. We'll come over here. This guy. Refresh the tools. No. Tools list. No. Oh. That's interesting. Session not found. Oh, right. Okay. Let's go to our servers. Disconnect and reconnect. Authorize. And then app builder. Huh. Still no dice. Well, let's look at the tools. Get media widget. What? No, you misunderstood. You misunderstood. I don't need to give you a token. You need to resolve. Oh, actually I do. Yes. If I get feed tokens. Okay, so first you'd have to get the feed or list feeds. So we execute that. And then here's BYU audiobooks. We'll copy that guy. And then we're going to get that feed. Execute that. That should give me... Oh, actually, no, get feed tokens. There we go. So there we go. Execute that. And then here is our token. What the? No, you don't need that. Hold on a second. I don't think that's how that works. Maybe it is. I don't think that's the RSS URL though. We'll have to look at that. Okay, and then we go here, and whoops, I forgot. Media root. It's curated, so I shouldn't have to do that. Okay, list. We're gonna have to do a lot of messing around. Here we'll go audio. Okay, yep. So audio, relative path. You shouldn't have, oh, the relative path to the media. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, so browse media. Audio. Execute. Okay, and yeah, we'll do this one. Copy that. Okay, cool. Now, this is audio, and then here's our fam. Execute. File not found. Yeah, okay, rats. All right, I'll have to play around with this a lot more. Because we do need the token. Yeah, you definitely need the token and the root and the relative path. I think we could probably, yeah, browse media. I don't think that we should have to specify the media root. I think you should be able to just browse all media, and that it comes back with the roots that it's a part of. That would make the most sense. See, then we got media route right here. So maybe each entry includes the media route, or it's an object with a media route and then the entries. That I think would make more sense.